witching hour, the time when the veil between our world and the supernatural is thinnest, is filled with mysterious noises that can send chills down your spine. Imagine this. It's 3 a.m. The world outside your window is still, bathed in moonlight, but inside, you hear it. A faint, almost imperceptible whisper. A gentle creak from the floorboards. A soft rustling that seems to come from there and everywhere at once. These are the sounds of the witching hour, the darkest hour of the night, when the ordinary becomes extraordinary, and the world around us takes on an eerie, otherworldly quality. Tonight, let's delve into the story of Lucas and his son Jason. Every night, just before bed, Lucas would sit by Jason's side, reading him bedtime stories, ensuring his son's dreams were filled with adventure and wonder, and not the dread that often accompanies young minds. But there was something about this night that felt different, something unsettling in the air. Lucas finished reading and leaned in to kiss his son goodnight when he noticed Jason's eyes wide open, a smile stretching across his face in a way that seemed not quite right. Lucas asked, "You okay, buddy?" Jason nodded, still grinning, and whispered, "Daddy, can you check for monsters under my bed?" Lucas chuckled softly. This had become a nightly ritual, a way to assure Jason that there were no monsters lurking while he slept. He knelt down, heart light with amusement, and lifted the bedskirt. Under the bed, he saw his son, his real son. Jason was pale, trembling, eyes filled with terror. He leaned in closer as Jason whispered, "Daddy, there's someone on my bed." Lucas's heart pounded in his chest, his mind racing to make sense of what he was seeing. Slowly, he looked back up, and the Jason on the bed was still grinning, eyes now dark and hollow. The witching hour is when such inexplicable and terrifying occurrences often unfold. Throughout history, this time has been shrouded in mystery and fear. Many cultures believe that supernatural creatures and spirits are most active between 3 and 4 a.m., a time when the world is at its quietest and the darkness is most profound. Think about the stories of banshees, legendary spirits from Irish folklore. It is said that their wailing can be heard during the witching hour, foretelling the death of a loved one. Or consider the tales of sleep paralysis, where individuals awake in the dead of night, unable to move, feeling a sinister presence in the room with them. Scientists explain it as a phenomenon where the mind wakes, but the body remains in a state of sleep paralysis. But to those who experience it, the terror is very real. The witching hour intensifies these moments, making the line between reality and imagination blur. In the small town of Ravenswood, there is a legend about the old Miller's house. Vacant since the tragic death of the Miller family in the early 1900s, locals claim to hear strange noises emanating from the house at 3 a.m. Despite numerous investigations, no one has been able to debunk the sounds of soft crying and footsteps echoing through its empty halls. Some say it's the spirits of the Millers, trapped in a loop of their final moments, forever haunting the place they called home. Similarly, the haunting case of the Bell Witch in the early 1800s in Tennessee tells of a family tormented by a series of eerie noises and violent poltergeist activity during this hour. The witching hour became a nightly ordeal for the Bell family, filled with knocks on the walls, sounds of chains dragging, and disembodied voices. The entity, which came to be known as the Bell Witch, even spoke to the family, its voice echoing through the silent nights. For centuries, writers and storytellers have harnessed the ominous power of the witching hour to craft tales that chill and captivate. It's the setting for some of literature's most haunting moments. Edgar Allan Poe, known for his macabre tales, often referenced this time in his works. In The Raven, the narrator encounters the mysterious bird at midnight, a time when he is mourning and the world is cloaked in darkness, feeling as though the supernatural is near. In the realm of modern horror films, the witching hour remains a pillar of suspense. Directors use this darkest time of the night to heighten tension and fear. The stillness of the hour, combined with the anticipated presence of something malevolent, creates a perfect storm for frights and thrills. Movies like The Exorcism of Emily Rose and Paranormal Activity depict characters encountering their most terrifying experiences during these minutes, when the world is at its quietest and shadows grow long and menacing. The witching hour is more than a time. It's a bridge to the unknown, a period where reality bends and the impossible seems possible. Whether you believe in the supernatural or not, there is no denying the power of these darkest hours to fuel our deepest fears and fascinations. The mysterious noises heard in the witching hour, the creaks, whispers, and unexplainable phenomena remind us of the thin line between the known and the unknown. So, the next time you find yourself awake at 3 a.m., listen closely to the world around you. What you hear might just be a figment of your imagination, or it might be something else entirely.